Right. So with all your permission, shall I start?
Yes, sir. You can start, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be with you. First of all, I thank principal of the college, Dr. Chandrasekhar sir, IQAC coordinator Satyanarayan sir, HOD CSE department Kiran Kumar sir, and the coordinator of this program Saidullah. And I thank personally to the management as well of CIET for giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge over to you. Right? So I also say welcome to all the participants. First of all, I like to clarify one thing. Whatever the knowledge I have, I'm here to share with you, and be free to ask the doubts at any point of time. And this is a new area, intellectual property rights in the sense. So before starting this, the main theme of this is, it is not the thing you are like to publish a paper, we don't require IPR. If you want to write a research problem or writing a problem definition for a PhD, it's not required IPR. For writing of submission of any research proposal for DSP or anything, it's not like to not required IPR. If you want to commercialize any product, it's not like to require IPR. In all respects, in all the points, maybe if you are a research scholar, maybe you are a faculty, maybe you are a doctorate, maybe you are a PDF post fellowship, or whoever you are, the IPR is must and should. For even for the final year students, UG, maybe the PG students, all are required this IPR. The main objective of this is, here in your minds, these are the questions in your. So at the end of these 2 days, you'll definitely have get the answers for all this. How IP is relevant to me? That's the first question in your mind. It is jing. It's a zigzagging in your minds. Which IP to select? We have different types of IPs or their intellectual properties. Which IP is suitable for you? And how to identify a research area or maybe a research idea. The next thing is how this idea is patentable. The next question in your mind is, how can I protect my IP? The next question is, can I commercialize my IP? So these are the 6 questions, answers of this today's program. That is the major outcome of this enter. So whatever the images or some content I'm using over my slides today and tomorrow, it is taken from total Dr. Google. And I thank to all the contributors who have posted such type of good images and content over there. So publicly, I'm giving courtesy instead of giving in each image. Now, this is my agenda or knowledge shareable for these 2 days. The intro part of IPR, types of IPR, the patentable versus non-patentable, how to conduct the patent search, sources of patent search, patenting process, about digital signature, and we have a live demo. So today up to the sources of patent search will be done the rest of this time. Tomorrow we'll go for the patent processing and about the digital signature as well as the live demo. Now, first of all, let me see what actually a IP means, intellectual property. In every mind of a human being, it is created newly. It is created newly, then it is called as an IP. An IP consisting of 2 types, 2 ways we can say. One is tangible, another is intangible. Tangible means which can be visible. Intangible means which can't be visible. An IP is a original, intangible, new property created from one's intellectual mind. When this IP becomes tangible means, once it is a file granted, then it is commercialized, then it will be visible to the market. Until unless it will be goes on the paper, it's not visible as a product, visible as a process. Until unless it should be go for commercialized. So initially an IP is intangible, which is not visible. Once it is a commercialized, it is tangible. Now, in the left-hand side, if you see different examples of different IPs. If you see the first example, Hyderabad Dali, if both are look same, if the both are going to using the same ingredients, they are going to be using the same way, the persons are different to cook this type of Dali, but it is not a comes under copying the same things will a copyright IP. This is also be a IP. Don't be confused. IP means only patent is called IP. IPs are different types. We'll discuss in the upcoming slides. This is one example of IP. This is a copyright IP. You see another Coca-Cola. It's a type of IP called as trademark. In this one, we have the font, the color, the shape of the tin, the labels, all together is called, comes under the one type of IP that is called as trademark. In the below of this one, if you see, this is a book. This also be a IP, belongs to copyright. Copyright by, published by, so on. So the copyright goes to the publisher. Another example, Gitanjali song offering. This is also, songs also be one type of IP. So let me see the exact types of IPs. Industrial design rights is one type. Patents is one type of IPR. Trademarks is one type of IPR. Copyrights, geographical indications, trade secret, integrated circuit. All these are the different types of IPRs. Let me see one by one, which are called as. Let's first of all the copyright. Copyright, in the simple say, a virtual works of authorship like the literary, dramatic, musical, and artist works such as the poetry, novels, movies, songs, computer software, or any program or any software, any .exe file comes under copyright. Now let me see what are the rights will be available for copyright. It's a legal right. Once you've taken the copyright, it's a legal. The lifetime of a copyright is a 60 years protection. It can have the import and export rights. Import and export means we can take the copyrights from in India or also as in the abroad. It can be assignable. We can assign these copyrights to some other parties. Economical, we can generate some commercialization. We can generate some royalty over here. Moral rights and exclusive right. Now, what is the difference between moral rights and exclusive right means? Moral means whatever the idea is coming from one's mind, it is a moral. If you make that as a commercialize, that goes to economical rights. And exclusive right means total rights. Total entire 100% rights is called as exclusive right. Moral means if you transfer, if you assign your copyrights to some other party, moral rights will not be transferred because morally it's a your rights. Even though it is sold, taken by the some other party, only for commercialize you sold there. But moral rights can't be sold there because moral means it is a from internal one's property. And if you see literacy, dramatic and musical artistic works, for this type of copyrights is the lifetime is author's lifetime plus 60 years. Author lifetime is, say for example, author lifetime is 70 years. When coming to the cinematographic films like sound recording, photographs, for this type of copyrights, it gives 60 years of lifetime. There is a copyrights used for 60 years. For protecting of broadcast rights, for example, some movies or we are seeing in Gemini movies or Now TV somewhere, the copyright, their broadcasting copyrights is up to 25 years only. Okay. And I'll show you some more examples of copyright. So when you're installing any software, it is a one type of copyright. When you see any CD, here we have a called as copyright. The content inside is a copyright. When you see in the YouTube, sometimes you see in the last previous couple of days, the video is available. After some time, it's not available because the copyrights is going to be some other copyrights. We copied that the client by so on so. If you see for the books, they have a copyright. Which year of copyright year? Which is 2016. For birthday songs or for any sort of songs, all will have a copyright. So this type of categories will comes under this copyright. The second category of IPR is trademark. Trademarks are three types: TM, SM, R. The TM called as trademark, unregistered trademark, unregistered service mark, and registered trademark. If you like give a trademark for goods or products, you can go for TM. If you give for a branded services, it goes for SM. If you are a registered trademark, it goes to R. Now let me see what is the definition of a trademark. A trademark is a word or maybe a phrase or maybe a symbol or maybe a design or any combination of this. Maybe a word, combination with phrase, combination with symbol, combination with design. Right? Now this is a trademark. Now coming to the features of this trademark is a legal rights will be available. The time period will give for 10 years protection. It is a constructive notice will be given because it is a commercialization and it is a territorial rights. What is the meaning of territorial rights means? If you are taking this trademarks for in India, Again, if you want to be launch the same trademark in Japan or China, again we have to take again the trademarks rights from there. So territorial means it's only applicable for a state or for a country, but not to the outside. That is called as territorial. Transferring rights, we can transfer to anybody at any point of time. Exclusive right, already I said you, full rights is called as exclusive. And we have another called unconventional trademarks, which is maybe a letter or maybe a numeric or maybe a word or maybe a picture. This comes under unconventional trademarks. The examples are color, sound, packaging, hologram, shape of. Let me see some examples over here for the trademarks and non-conventional trademarks. Just do it. This is one trademark. Here is a word. Just do is a word. It is a word. Is a right? Is a here also be some sort of symbol. Now combination of in the background is a color black. All together is a called as a trademark. I am loving it. This is M is a some color indication with a one symbol and I am loving it, and this is a registered trademark. Or Apple, the symbol of this is a trademark. Lace is a trademark. Intel is a registered trademark. Hyundai is a trademark. Coca-Cola is a trademark. And coming to the non-conventional trademarks, like we have seen sound symbol, Microsoft sound symbol or any other, such type of symbols is comes under non-conventional. And also you can have the Munchie burger. This also be having a image, maybe a picture followed by on top of the image there is a some word, maybe a font, the color, all this included. So that's why it is a non-conventional trademark. And coming to the trade secret, the third part of the IPR is a trade secret. Trade secret, simply we can say that whatever the here the front end is showing is a trademark. How you are going to preparing a product or how you are preparing any the spicy food or any other recipe, if you are not reveal that one, that is called as a trade secret. We show some examples so that we can understand clearly. A trade secret is a secret information owned or developed by a business that gives it a competitive advantage. So internally, how the Coca-Cola is preparing, what are the things it is going to be using inside, how to prepare a Coca-Cola, nobody can reveal it. The Coca-Cola company never reveal it. But what is the shape of the Coca-Cola bottle, what the trademark, what is the logo, how it look like, color, everything they can. If any company reveals their trade secrets, everybody can copy it and they can be claimed there's the property, right? So the merits of this one is no registration cost is there, unlimited protection, there is no limit for this one, no registration is required, and immediate effect will be there. The drawback here is if we talk unnecessarily the secret of that trademark, company is talking about that one, or any employees are talking about the secrets inside how to prepare that type of product, that type of recipe, then it is a drawback of that, right? So employees multiple means of security should be required. The physical security of documents and prototypes is required. Best practices don't talk about your publicize your trade secrets. We show some more examples like the information which is available there. How you have prepared this slide, nobody reveal it. What you are saying, only the content like top secret, is a trade secrets will be there, the logos, images. You are showing only this type of things. But internally, how the PPT has prepared, what is the design inside you're using, what is the color, how good the slide is looking, nobody will reveal it. They can learn your own information. The KFC chicken never reveal what is the recipe they are going to use. The Coca-Cola never reveal the product information. The WD-40 never reveal the formula over there. The Google search never reveal which algorithms are going to using for giving optimized search for whenever you are searching in the Google. They never reveal which algorithm, which programming language they are using, which things are going to be using inside. They never reveal that. So that is a trade secret for such type of the searches as well as such type of the food items. Now the fourth category is GI, geographical indication. Geographical indication simply say it is a location based. Location based in the sense a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possesses qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. In simpler way, it is a location based. I'll show you some examples. The protection time for this is 10 years. I'll show some examples so that you can get some idea about this GI. Tirupati Laddu is a famous, right? Agree. Now it is a, if you take the whatever the ingredients to prepare that laddu, if you take and get back to the Chalpati Institution of Technology, CIET, if you prepare there, the taste will never comes. The laddu shape will comes, but the taste will never comes because it is geographically based on the atmosphere, weather, the total climate. It's based on that also the taste of laddu will vary. So that type of things is called as Tirupati laddu, and it is already filed in the 2008 and got the permissions also. The time period for this is 2028, and the category of the food is foodstuffs. Next is Kondapalli Bommal. It is a wooden toys. Most of you know about this one. Wooden toys. The category is comes under the handicrafts. The goods is comes under handicrafts. This also specific to that Kondapalli. And Araku Valley Arabic coffee. This also comes under the category agriculture. The goods comes under agriculture. This also be specific to that location. Kolhapuri Chappal is also specific and comes under the category of handicraft. And Darjeeling tea, it also comes under the category agriculture goods. It's also most famous in West Bengal, this Darjeeling tea. And this Kadamal Haldi is also comes under the category agriculture. The location Odisha. So Tirupati Laddu, the location is Tirupati. The Kondapalli Bommalu, the location is Andhra Pradesh. The Araku Arabic coffee is Andhra Pradesh as well as Odisha. The Kolhapuri Chappal, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Darjeeling tea, West Bengal, and Kandamalai Haldi is Odisha. So this is specific to that one. That's why it is filing the IPR respect to their persons. And who filed that is here. Any association of persons, producers, organization established by or under the law, they can apply such type of IPRs. Now coming to the industrial designs. Industrial designs, whatever you have, the 2D, the 3D features, whatever, the ornaments or maybe the patterns or different types of things, if you like to that, then definitely it will be comes under industrial design. Now the time period for this is 10 years. We can extendable up to 5 years as well. It is a category of industrial design as new, it has to be there, original should be there, not disclosure to the public. This design never disclosed to anywhere. It has to be a distinguished property and doesn't contain any scandalous or obvious matters over there, not contradictory to the public order or morality. Let me see some examples which comes under this industrial designs. Now, consumer products is one type of category under industrial design. The brush, normal paint brush, the purse, pen, iron box, the scissor, bottle, all this type of things will comes under consumable products under the category of industrial design. The second category is pharmaceutical, the like injections, the caps, or maybe the sanitizer bottle, such type of things related to the pharmaceutical comes under this category of pharmaceutical design under industrial design. The third category is textile and jewelry. Textile, if you can have a designs of cloth, if you have different chudidars or shirts or pants, different designs. For that, you can file the IPRs related to this industrial design under the category of textiles. If you have a gold and silver or maybe diamond, if you have designed a new different designs with the help of that material, you can have the diamond watches, diamond rings, diamond chain, then comes under the category of jewelry. Next is a very important, that is a layout. So this layout designs of integrated circuits comes under, it is exclusive rights, include the right of reproduction and the right of information. But here, the main purpose of this layout designs is for sale and other distribution for commercial purpose. I'll give one example. Intel have a motherboard and also another company, say for example, Lenovo also the motherboard. Now both in the motherboard, if you see the ICs or the slots of RAM, slots of the hard disk, all should be in a different positions. The layout should be different from the layout of the Intel compared with the Lenovo layout. Then only we can making, maybe both are using the slots of RAM, the same type of slots of RAM, 1 GB RAM, 1 GB RAM slot. The hard disk maybe have the same 320 GB or 1 TB or 2 TB, or maybe the whatever the things internally they are using, the transistors or any other things are going to using over there, maybe the same. But the layout design, the positioning, rearrangementing of the things should be different. If you are using the same style of Intel layout by the Lenovo also, then there is a problem for the commercialization. Now that's why it is a not version is required. and has been commercially exploited anywhere in India or in conventional country, nor inherently distinctive, not inherently capable of being distinctive from any other registered layout. The time period for this is 10 years. Now coming to the very important topic, that is patent. Now this patent will have the patent over here, right? What is a patent? The next category of IPR is patent. A patent is a set of exclusive rights. Exclusive rights means all rights granted by a government, central government, to an inventor for a limited period of time in exchange for a public disclosure of an invention. If you have an idea, for that idea to disclose it towards to the public, making commercialized towards to the public to make as they apply for a service, the government of India as granting some set of exclusive right with a limited time period. Now it is a legal rights will be available. Now it is a 20 years protection. Now what is the difference between just now we had talked about geographical indication, copyright, we had talked about the industrial design, we'll talk about the trade secret, trademark. For that IPR, for this IPR, what is the difference means? Patent consisting of technology monopoly. That is a major difference over here. Technology monopoly will be the difference. And it's a tutorial rights. Country to country, we have to take the individual patent rights. It's a commercialized rights also be available, exclusive rights as well, right? Now let me see some more thing about the patent. If you see the figure is the inventor and these are the public. Now to get some set of exclusive rights by the from the government, and we are disclosing that invention towards the public. Before disclosing towards public, the patent office and the government of India has to take care of whether the invention is suitable to up to the mark or not, whether it is an existing one, how the clients are going to defining, whether it is really novelty is there or not. All such type of in the examination will be filtered. The next part of this is here I am showing one example to you. Let me have think about for a 2 minutes about this figure. No doubt it is a Sony camera. Agree? It's a Sony camera. Now in this Sony camera, now let me know which are the patentable, which part are patentable, which part are copyright, which part about trademarks. Here, lot of IPRs just now we had discussed, right? This is a small the glance for you or recall the concept of IPR. Here I am giving a clue for you. Only 3 categories of IPRs are available. That is, one is copyright, trademark, and patent. Now among this total shape over here, the camera, which part is patentable, which part is a trademark, which part is copyright? If you also give in the chat box the answers as well. I'll wait for a 30 seconds. You can give your answers in the chat box. Among this camera, which is called as the patentable, which part is called as copyright, which part is called as the trademark. Sony Alpha symbols or trademark. Okay. Trademark, look, shape, look, texture, shape, look, texture, copyright. That's great. Somebody has answered here. That's great. Sony is a trademark. Good. Working resolution, etc. or patentable. Working resolution. Good. Fine. Great. Sony is a trademark. Agree. Right. Nice trying. Thank you. It's a great job. Now let me see. Now here, as I said, most of you is a trademark. The Sony is a brand name. So that's why it is a R is a registered trademark. Second, flash technology is a flash, right? Is a technology. As I said, mono technology is a patent. Is a patentable. The third one, lens you are going to using over there is a design and technology. Design patent. Lens. Here we are going to have the design, right? So how the lens, how you are going to zooming out over there is a lens cap is there. That is a design and technology, is a patentable. Inside that, again, lens cap is different, lens is different. That is a technology again. So lens is a technology. Now it's a patentable. Lens cap is a design as well as technology. The fifth one, we are capturing many number of images, many number of sceneries. So we are going to taking as many number of prints, right? The same camera, we can have multiple screens, multiple pictures we can take, sceneries we can take. With multiple cameras, one scenery can be taken. But whoever take the printings over there, it is a copyright. So picture is a copyright. Sixth one, design of the camera body. This comes under design patent. Clear? So that is a one small recall to you, which can comes under the copyright, trademark, as well as patent. Now I can make a comparison between the major three, patent, copyright, trademark. Let me see the difference of these three. Patent, copyright, trademark. Now I am taking some parameters to make the comparisons over here. The protection, lifetime, the time frame for the grant, requirement. For the patent, the protection is new and useful invention should be there. The life period for the patent is 20 years for utility patents. For design patents is a 15 years. The time frame for the grant is it takes minimum to 4 to 5 years. Requirement is new, useful, non-obviousness. What is the meaning of non-obviousness? Means any at least one inventive step should be required. Then it comes under non-obviousness. Coming to the copyright, it is originally it should be a literal, artistic, and other creative work should be there. The lifetime is for literally is a lifetime and 60 years. For creativity type of copyrights is a 60 years. Broadcasting 25 years. The time taken for this is copyright 2 to 3 months. Originally has to be created. The trademark is an indication of commercialization purpose, products and services. It gives the lifetime is 20 years. We can also extendable for 5 years. The time taken for this trademarks is 1 year. It should be a mark, must be distinct. Whatever the mark you are going to giving in the form of symbol or word or label or any other should be distinguished from others. So there is a difference between. Now, the next topic of today's session is patentable versus non-patentable inventions. Now, which one is called as patentable? Which one is called as non-patentable? If we discuss more about this one, you see, if you consider this is a total one area, one part. Among this, only one sub-circle will becomes under patentable idea. If any some sort, any one small circle over to that total ideas will be a patentable. If we clear more about this patentable, I'm taking one example here. A wooden chair with 4 supporting legs and circulated shape, sitting surface mounted on 4 legs. This is one invention. Let me decide whether it is a patentable or not. To answer this question, a wooden chair with 4 supporting legs and circulated shape, sitting surface mounted on 4 legs. If you want to give answer for this one, first of all, we have to check whether these 3 questions will be answered or not. Whether it is a novelty is there in this patent, in this invention, any non-obviousness, any inventive step is there. In this invention, industrial applicable is there or not? It's suitable for the industrial application. If it is say yes, 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 then you can go for is an invention patentable. Now you have a doubt that what is novelty? Everybody can know that novelty, idea. What is the meaning of novelty? It should be a new. What is the meaning of new? New in the sense it should not at all yet to be go for public. Not at all goes to public, then it is a new. Nobody has to know till now. That is called as a new. If it is already knows up to how much they can know. The rest of the thing is your invention, like adds or improve something that already exists, existing to the subject, prior art. Then it also be called as some invention is there. We have to test this whether it is a patentable or not in the patent search. We'll show see in the upcoming slides about the patent search as well. Now, what is the meaning of non-obviousness? Which one is called as an inventive step? I will show some examples. What is exactly the meaning of inventive step? It should be non-obvious, means not obvious to the skilled person. The meaning of this non-obvious means among the total system. For example, if your invention goes to a laptop, your invention is suitable for a laptop. No, entire laptop is not your invention. Among that, in the laptop, there is a multiple steps over there. Like screen is one step, keyboard is one step, The total body is one step. Charging port is one step. The ports of the plugs for your pen drive ports or another step. Among the all these steps, webcam is one step. Among all this step, which step is the inventive of yours? Which step is yours? That's the called as non-obviousness. Now it is suitable for industrial application or not, without any sort of any lacking, without any doubt, it should be suitable for industrial. If you're not suitable for any societal or industrial application, then your invention is best of. You're not doing for namesake. It is for to serve the society. In this way, also we can serve it. Serving the society is not only for going in NSS activities or doing some distribution of water bottles or some other. In this way also you can be serve the society through your invention. So we had to check whether it is suitable for industrial applications or not. Now the second part of the topic is patentable versus non-patentable. Now till now we have seen which one is called as patentable. Let me see which one is not called as patentable, not patentable invention. So any patentable under the section 3 will be comes under, if your it's not a patentable, if your invention is not up to the mark, under the section 3 it will be decided it is not a patent. So under section 3, under the Act of 1970 India, it will be not patentable. Let me see the different categories of these inventions, not inventions, in section 3. Under section 3 we have a 14 to 15 subsections are there, which are we have to see before you are filing a patent. We have to see whether any one of this category my patent comes under. If it is comes, then it is not a patentable. If it is not comes under this 14 to 15 subcategories, then definitely you can go for filing a patent. The first subsection of section 3 is a 3A, the invention which is a periphorus. The periphorus in the sense, say for example, any from the establishing from the natural laws. Example here is teletransport. Teletransport, just getting a call like home delivery. It's not an invention. Now another is 100% efficiency. Like one of the invention, some X invention saying that it is showing 99.9% of efficiency, but my invention showing 100% of efficiency. It is not at all a patent. Making comparative and with respect to efficiency, respect to cost, if you're talking, then it's not a patentable. It's not an invention. It is something about, like it comes under maybe the copyrights or the creativity will comes under the copyright such type of things. We'll talk about more about this efficiency. Under section 3B is a contrary. Contrary in the sense, best example, already we have a currency note machine. If you have found out, if you manufacture a new method or machine which can produce a currency notes of 15 rupees currency note, 25 rupees currency note, then it's not an invention. It's not comes under the patentable. The section 3C is a discovery. Discovery means already we know Newton's law of gravity, or from the nature. You already know some theory from the nature. From the nature, if you learn something and you are doing and saying that this is my discovery, no. If you are reading the some scriptures, maybe in Vedas or maybe in Purans or maybe Bibles, if you read something, if you find out some new discovery and you capture that idea from that scriptures and you are saying that this is my new means, it's not a patentable because it is discovered from the nature or from the scriptures. So that's why it's not a patentable. Under section 3D, a new form of knowing substance. Example, already you know the uses of neem tree or neem. From that neem, if you found out new features, new uses, if you apply for some other diseases, then you say that these are new features or new uses I found out from the neem means it is not a patentable. It's a copyright. 3E, under section 3E, admixture. Admixture is already there is a tablets for the fever, tablets for cough, tablets for the cold. If we combinedly manufacture or combinedly given one solution, it's a combination of all these three for fever, cold, cough, instead of 3 different tablets, mixture of all these 3 tablets and give you a new tablet, then it's not a patentable. Another case is there if 4, it is already patentable. But if you are trying for 2 plus 2 equal to 5, if you prove that the outcome of 2 plus 2 is a 5, the functionality here 2 plus 2 is a functionality already is a patentable, but the outcome of this 2 plus 2 will be for 5 will be go for patentable. but for the functionality, you never comes as a patentable. I repeat, you know 2 plus 2 equal to 4, or it is a patentable. The functionality is what? 2 plus 2. The outcome is 4. Is a patentable. 2 plus 2 already is a patentable. Now, if you prove that 2 plus 2 equal to 5, for 5, you can go for a patentable, but for not the functionality 2 plus 2 for patentable. You can go for 5 as a patentable, but not for 2 plus 2. That is the meaning of this one. Because already if the functionality of 2 plus 2 is patentable by other parties, but the outcome of that, you'll go for the 5, can go for a patentable things. And another 3F section, arrangement, rearrangements, and duplication. For example, under this section, already umbrella is there. If you put some fan under the umbrella and you are claiming that is a patentable, no, it is not patentable because already umbrella is there, fan is there. Just you are going to be integrating that. A clock and radio in a single cabin. Already in your cabin, radio is there and clock is there. If you replace in place of clock, radio, in place of radio, clock, then it's not a patentable. Arranging and rearranging. Like similarly under the section 3H for agriculture and horticulture, or if you are seeding some new seeds and you produce a new plant, it's not a patentable because already seeds are there and only just integrating some multiple seeds and you are producing some new plant. No. Under the section 3I, this is a major problem. Most of you have doubt that I have my algorithm, whether algorithms are patentable, whether computers programs are patentable, whether my business model is there, is a patentable. My mathematical model is there, whether patentable. No. Any mathematical equations, any algorithms, any computer programs, not at all patentable. The example here is, for example, you have already, for computer programs, you already have a Java program. If you written the same Java program in Python, it can't be claimed as a patentable. Already some sort of mathematical equations is there, derivation is there. And if you are defining some mathematical derivation, it is not patentable. Already some algorithms are there, some XY algorithms are there. And when you are comparing X and Y, you are making a new algorithm called as Z. For that Z algorithm, X algorithm giving 95% of efficiency, Y algorithm giving 96% of efficiency, but my Z algorithm giving 97% of efficiency. And this case, you not be go for patentable. Instead of that, you can go for a thing of copywriting. Like this is a new invention, new creativity you are doing over there in the form of by seeing how you get the idea of Z algorithm, by seeing the algorithm of X, by seeing the algorithm of Y, then only got the idea. The base for your invention is X and Y. That's why the patentable examiner will decide that you got the idea from X and Y. That's why Z is claimed. So that's why the algorithms, computer programs, mathematical equations, mathematical formulae will not be patentable. This section 3J, plants and animals, as I already discussed about that, seeding something in the plants and you're producing, like already have a red mangoes, yellow mangoes. If you produce any other sort of orange mangoes, which is the color is not available, then it's not a patentable. 3K, process of medicine or curiosity or maybe treatment for human being. Say for example, you find out any things by integrating some nature things, integrating and you're giving a new treatment for cancer, you found out a new medicine, then it's not a patentable. But if you make some devices for surgical or therapeutic or for any diagnostic instrument, for this type of you make some invention or make some devices for such type of diseases, then definitely is a patent. 3L already we discussed is a copyright. 3M, the score of mental act, like solving a cross puzzle. Crossword puzzle is already a puzzle is there. You solve in a shorter way, then it is not a patentable. And method of learning a language. Already I said you that the already you know the Python programming. If you learn a new writing in another programming language, it is not a patentable. Now playing chess already the method is there. If you are found a new method, it's not a patentable. Method of teaching, already the teaching methodology is there. If you found a new teaching methodology, no. Already chalkboard methodology is there. If you say slides or if you say online classes, it's a new method of teaching. It's not a patentable. 3N, like a beautiful presentation is there. If you put a background voice for that, it is not a patentable. Some spoken words, any pronunciation, any slangs, if you change, or any symbols, already some figure is there. If you draw in a new way, the same figure, it is not a patentable. Topography of integrated circuits, like already I told you that the 3D type of image, like if you see any view, top view look like as the same, all the motherboards are look same, but the layouts, if you change, then only can go for patentable. That also design patentable, right? 3B, traditional knowledge. Like I already said you that from your grandpa or from your grandmother, if you learn something, traditionally knowledge is there, and you are applying now, then you are saying that this is my new invention, new idea. No, it is not. Is it coming from traditional way? It is coming. Right? So all the inventions related to atomic energy not patentable. Is it clear? So looking like as a different categories of patenting here. That's why most of you are new for listening of this type of topics. That's why some of you are not catching, some of you are catching the things. And please try that. The upcoming era is invention. That's why all this the new education policies 5+3+3+4, all these policies are coming into picture because of the lacking of the people, lacking of the students is in the thinking of in a new way. They are making mucky from the books, but they're not applying that knowledge in the real time. That's why we are lacking. If you see the plagiarism of India is 80% of plagiarism is going on in the India. It's the first place in the plagiarism. That's why I request you focus on the thinking about. So initially you don't know how to teach in the classroom. By experience, by day, you are learning the new things. Now initially you know no idea about the IPR. Now try to learn one by one. I'm not saying that take the full means now itself. One by one, you can please try it and please fileable. I also saw some video over there in the starting of the program, some inventive ideas from your CS department student. Why don't you go for file? If you don't file it, already it is going the filing. The things are going filing over there for your invention idea. Two ideas I have seen. One is wheelchair idea, another is the stick for the visually impaired people. If you don't file it, definitely some other can file. So if you file it, you can go for a commercialize. You can make some royalty over there. So don't late for filing a patent, for filing that invention idea, right? So don't be think that filing for a patent means is a thousands rupees is required. No, after this 2 days FTP, damn sure you'll get clear lot of doubts. I promise you, thousands of rupees is not at all required at all. Now, coming to the next, somebody is raising the hand. Please, so if you have any queries, please post in the chat box. Okay. Next topic of today's is importance of patent search. Now, what is the importance of patent search? Now, most of us, we are when you are giving projects for our students, you are offering a search for IEEE paper, ACM paper, or some other paper, right? So instead of that, you can also refer. You can also refer the patents. Like in the publication, if you see that one, most of the publication unique ideas will be rarely it is using the patent search. Only very less faculty members or preferring the patents. In the publication also, if you see that one, if you search, you'll get lot of the similar type of articles, similar type of the journals, similar type of conference papers, because they are referring multiple publications. That's why they are citing that. That's why only 30 to 40% of the journal papers or conference papers or articles will be have the similar content, or you're getting unique content, not similar content, unique content. But in the patent search, 70 to 90% of information content within the patent is never published anywhere else, because it's an invention, new idea. It should be unique. That's why the inventions of ideas also be unique. So prefer not only journals, conferences, articles, or the other magazines to your students, for your scholars. Please refer also this patent search as well. Read patents, not just papers. Patents gives you more invention idea. I don't have idea how you'll get the invention. In any DMart or no any supermarket, the inventions or ideas are available. Just you can go there and cash them. You can purchase them. Inventions will comes by reading the inventions. Without reading the inventions, whatever we have, how will you get the inventions? By sitting in the home, by sitting, seeing the WhatsApp, by seeing the Facebook, by seeing the WhatsApp status, you get the invention. No, it's a waste of time. Other than Now people are, why the people are using WhatsApp, Facebook is, it's a waste of time. It's a type of devil to waste to divert the things, right? So that's why focus also on the patent search. If you know your enemy and know yourself in 100 battles, you will never be defeated. Now, the importance of the patent search is it's a freely available. Like the generals, we don't have required the membership here. So full patent documentation is available freely. Detailed information, how the invention has done, what are the inventive steps are there, what is the prior art where there, what are the claims are there, what are the drawings, everything, detailed information is available in the patents. International patents also be available, not only national, international as well. Market related patents also be available. And need for patent search means the researcher, product developers, inventors, tentative applicants, patentees, all are the beneficiaries if the persons goes for the patent search. Clear? Now the question in your mind is how to conduct patent search. Frankly speaking, most of you have, including myself, we don't have patience first of all. We require patience when you are doing research, when you are thinking about something, when you are delivering something to the student, when you are teach to the students, when you are saying something to the class. First of all, we require patience. Without patience, we can't do anything. So patience gives more strength, more confidence over to them, right? So now the next topic in our session is how to conduct patent search, right? Very importantly, before going to that one, let me see what are the challenges in patent searching. Challenges in patent searching is we have a habit of that one is when you open a Google, directly you are searching for inventions on Internet of Things, inventions on network security, inventions on so on so. If you are giving like this query, immediately what you are expecting? Very similar, very related, very less search we are expecting from Google. No such type of algorithms till now in the Google as well. Google is it is trying for giving filters, whether you are searching for this one, whether you are searching for this one. The Google is giving some options to you, whether you're really looking for this one, whether you're looking for this one, whether you're looking for this one. If even though if you're typing spelling mistake, they're correcting, the Google is correcting, because that's why we don't have the patience. You are thinking searching is also be an art. Searching is not only simply giving the query. Searching also is an art. By seeing this upcoming slides, definitely you agree that searching is a definitely an art. Challenges in patent searches, like the abstracts of patent, there's abstracts of patents. Here also will we have abstracts of journals or conferences. How it look like? It look like as the abstract is the first two lines is the topic of the area. The next two lines talks about the limitations of the existing algorithm. Next line talks about how you are overcoming that limitations. The next line talks about which methodology you are going to applying in the proposed system. Next talks about where you are applying your methodology on each application, real-time system, on which data sets, where you are applying. Next sentences talks about the limitations of your work. Next lines talks about the future work. This is the glance sentences in an abstract for any journal or conference. Agree? In the same fashion, in the abstract of patent, it is not at all, the abstract look like as the same as a journal at conferences, but it is not the abstract of same as the journals and conferences. The abstract of patent, the abstract of journal is entirely different. If you see here, a cord connector includes an insulting housing. One. What is this one? What is this two? What is this three? What is this 130? What is this? Means these are the inventive steps, which is they are mentioning the numbers in their drawings, in their figures, how you are mentioning in figure one. You are drawing totally entire figure. But the patent is asking you among the entire figure, which part of the figure is your inventive step. You had to be cut your figure into pieces in a such a way that each piece talks about one step. Maybe that step may be a inventive, maybe that step may be existing step, maybe that step is a already known to everyone. Even though it is, you please divide your total figure, total drawing into such a pieces maximum to maximum. So that out of, if you say for a figure, if you divide into 10 pieces for your figure, out of that 10 steps, 1 to 10, maybe first step is your inventive step, maybe fourth step is your inventive step. That step has to be clearly taught in your claims. That's fine. Divide your figure into pieces such a way that each piece has to be taught. Right? Example, if you see a a computer, in that computer, a monitor is there, a CPU is there, keyboard is there, mouse is there, printer is there, scanner is there, any other pen drive is there. Each you have to talk. CPU one step, mouse is one step, keyboard is one step, motherboard, computer is another step. Like scanner is one step, printer is another step. Like this, everything has to divide into pieces, pieces to pieces, and each piece has to talk. That piece is called as here the steps. In that figure, you are mentioning some numbers 1, 2, 130, 140. The numbering is your interest. That number here in the brackets they are mentioned. That's why the abstract is not the same abstract like your generals. This abstract is different. That is the one patenting challenge in patent search. Another is if you see those who are doing the research in chemical type of things, in the chemical search, we have a different patterns. This type of patterns not be get back when you are searching for a patent. That also be a challenging in patent search. For this, what you have to do, we have to search with the classification codes. When you have to search with the classification code, right? So here the classification codes, I'll discuss about that also, the classification code as well. The next challenge here is now you are searching in English language. Maybe it is a Japan language. The invention you are getting is Japan language. You have to again apply some machine translation to convert that Japan invention to your understandable language and read out by converting that language to this one. Maybe some of the words will be missing, some of the mismatching will be there. This also be a patent language is also be a patenting challenge. One is drafting language. Chemical search is another challenge. Patent language is third type of challenge. The fourth challenge is typo errors. Now Hyundai actually is a Hyundai, Hyundai. But if you are because of the spelling mistakes in the typo error, Hyundai is there, motors company is there. Another Hyundai motor company, Hyundai, Hyundai motor company is also be there. For this, both the assigning properties here for this the same name, different types of searchings are available. Hyundai also be there. Because of typo errors also, there is a chances for you to make some errors or make some searching problem. Right. Once you have done your searching, I'll show you also the open databases search. I'll show you the practically how to search also in open databases. Now, once you have done the prior art and prior use, what is the difference between prior art and prior use? Art means knowledge, use means application. This knowledge, if you are applying to that any particular application, then it is called as application or use. Prior art and prior use. If you see this graph from 2010 to 2020, maximum you can go for a decade search. Decade means 10 years of search. If your area of research is a new, you can go for up to 5 years maximum is enough. For that, here different symbols are seeing, right? It looked like as a good figure, no doubt about that one. Agree? But to prepare this one, we have to do in the background a lot of things. Like in the each symbol indicates like books, journals, patents, conference proceedings, product brochures, academic publications, blog posts, videos, many other lectures, comics, newspaper, TV ads, movie, news, all prior art in the sense, prior use in the sense, the researchers nowadays, they are thinking that downloading some 10 to 15 papers, from that I am starting writing my literature survey paper. No, you have to search in all 360 degrees. Then only you can conclude that this is the research gap. This is the new problem definition I am proposing in my PhD, in my research proposal for DST, in my for PDF, in my the second doctorate. Like this, you have to define it. Without defining that, downloading some 10 papers on IEEE, 10 papers on ICM, and you start writing the literature survey means it's a waste of doing. Total efforts, whatever put over there, it's a waste, right? Searching is a big art in all respects. You have to find out how many books related to your research topic, how many journals you find out, 10 journals, which are the in each journal, how many papers you collected, how many patents you have searched in your area, how many conference proceedings you have done, how many product brochures you have done it. All together, you have to talk in the prior art and prior use. Then only you have to get some gaps where exactly the problem I am finding out. Until unless in your imagination, roughly you are thinking yourself that this is a new area, this is the delta X I changed in my research. Then I have started my research. I have developed this one. I developed that one. I applied for 1 KB of data sets. I have done the from Kbins or Cadence data sets I have taken. From other data sets I have taken. Like this, you're justifying. You are justifying yourself. You are not justifying the research because of lacking in the prior art. You're justifying your work yourself only, right? And coming to how to conduct a patent search, I'll give 1 minute of time. Please look into the figure. Look into the figure clearly. It is very important. Right. If you see this one, the figure, the total figure shows the how to search for a patent. First, we have to start with conceptual indication. Here, conceptual indication. Second, we'll start with selection of keyboard, the keyword and classification codes. We have two types of search, keyword search as well as classification code search. We'll see in the upcoming slides. Query formation and search. Forming a query is a big art. Query, what you're thinking, query means PDF files on Internet of Things. That is a query you're thinking. No, query is not that fun. Next is relevant search. Once you've done, additional searches will be required or any reports generated. Now coming to this conceptual, that is concept identification, means you have to divide your total line of search into key concept, main key concept. Main key concept in the sense means what? Applications of Internet of Things. For example, this is the concept you are going to search. For this, divide into key concept. What are the key concept? Applications is one key concept. Internet is one key concept. Things is one key concept. These are the three key concepts over the main concept. Agree? Next, inherited or hidden concepts, variable features. Now, second part is keyword and classification code. See such a way that any extensive web search are there. Maybe in web search itself, we have a radio buttons to searching. Keywords, some synonyms, change the new different synonyms. For example, internet also called as web, or child also be called as kids, infant. Like this, change the synonyms as well. Into questions in the sense what? Technology, maybe also called as technologies, technology, technological, like this. Drafting language, change the language instead of English to Japan, Japan to Chinese. Classification system, we have a CPC, cooperative. The classification codes also be available. The CPC, IPC codes. We'll discuss upcoming slides. Query formulation. In the query formulation, we have to use the different types of operators like truncation, Boolean, proxy, proximity, branches, substring, selection of database. And also if you require any additional search as well. So with the help of this prerequisite flow graph, let me start searching of something. See the figure? In the figure, let me talk about first of all query formation search. Observe the figure carefully. Word truncation. As I said, you word truncations are three types: star, question mark, plus dollar. Star indicates technology. After G, put the star. It may be a technology, technologies, technological. Patent, put the star, patents, patentable, patentable. Put the question mark. For one question mark, one character. For two question mark, two characters. Behavior, woman, W-O-M-A-N or W-O-M-E-N. Both are right. Boolean operators, three types, and or not. If you are using and, most unrelevant information also become. If you are using or, then, sorry, if you are using and, only relevant information will comes. Only this is shaded is a relevant information. If you are using or, most relevant as well as unrelevant information will comes. If you use not, only one part of the information will comes. Proximity operators, say for example, adjacent, near, same, all these three categories comes under proximity operators. What is the meaning of adjacent? Means it's search after the word. If you give, for example, flame 2W, resistant. Flame 2W means after the flame word, take two other words after the two words. 2W means adjacent. Two words to the right of the search. Search for resistant is there or not. It is called as adjacent. Adjacent will search two words in only one direction, that is that direction. Near. Near means it touch both. It will search both in left hand side as well as right hand side. So 3D. D indicates near. It search toothbrush. Toothbrush, 3D brush means it search the left hand side of the tooth. After the three words, any brush is there or not. It also search after the tooth of the right hand side. After the three words, any brush is there or not. Same means exactly same. That is a P indicates. And also we have fourth category of the query is a parenthesis or brackets. You can use parenthesis or you can use the square brackets. It requires for multiple queries. Like this also you can search. So this is a beauty how we can be make as searches. Now, as I said, you two types of search. Observe carefully the slide. Right. Two types of search: keyword search, patent classification search. Keyword search means normally the keywords, applications of Internet of Things. These are applications. These are the concept. This is called as keyword search. When you say patent classification search means for every invention, for every area, like for t-shirts, for maybe have a t-shirts, maybe for the technology point, or for maybe of any food items, or maybe for any type of invention, there is a classification code. International classification code will be available for each type of the inventions, each type of area. The classification codes are available. If you search only keyword search, you will get more unrelevant information. If you add the patent classification search, classification codes also in your search, then definitely most relevant information will comes while you are searching. We'll show some examples. Here, one example here is you are searching for automation. Automation in the sense where? In engineering. In which engineering? Maybe chemical, electrical, electronics, aeronautical, or civil. In the civil engineering. In civil engineering, building construction. In building construction, automation means what? This is the search actually. These are the areas where we have to touch all this. Then only you can get exact relevant search over there. If you are search only in the top level, you will not get the most relevant information. If you see this figure here, the rounded circle, this is the entire you have done the search. Here we have go for direct or focus keyword search, synonyms by changing the different synonyms for each concept, alternative representation, changing the languages, applying the classification code. If you observe carefully, for the direct or focus keyword search, somewhere we are getting some information, somewhere we are getting some information. If you see the pink color, somewhere likely we are getting only very less information we are getting. If you are changing the synonyms, little more information we are coming. If you changing the classification code, if you see this one, light orange color, light yellow color, more relevant information will becomes. If you change the languages also, it will get only very less information. So if you are adding with the keywords, the combination with the different synonyms, combination with the different languages, combination with the classification code, definitely there is a more scope to get more relevant information. Clear? Now, as I said you, some classification code is there. For every area, there will be a IPC classification code. IPC stands for International Patent Classification Code. Worldwide, for each area, there is a classification code will be there. Unique will be there. Now, previously it is called as IPC. Now it is called as CPC, Cooperative Patent Classification. Clear? Now, this, I'll show an example how we can apply this Cooperative Patent Classification Code. This is CPC, Cooperative Patent Classification. How will be searched over there? Now, if you see here, if you see the classification, one example, CPC, I am searching for brushes. Brushes, for searching of this, if you see in the class section, if you only search for a section query with the combination 46B, this 46B indicates
This is a classification code. This is a total. This is a section A. Under the section A, the class 46. Under that, the subclass is B. Under that, a group called as 1300, 1302. The group subgroups are there. This is a 1300 is the main group. 1302 is a subgroup. What is this code means? A46B 13/00 means is a broader brushes with driven brush bodies. A46B 13/02 means it is called as brushes with power driven brush bodies. If we have more number of subcategories after 1300, after 1301, 02, 03, 04, more number of subcategories are there, it means that more research is going on under the area of the brushes, more sub areas. If your more subgroups are there, 13/01, 02, 03, 13/05, like this, more subgroups are there, more research is going on, active research is going on. That is the indication for us. If we add such type of codes in your search, definitely you'll be get back a good search over there, right? Okay. Right. I will clarify the doubt at the end, Dr. Satyanarayana sir, somebody is asking the question. I'll clarify that. Sure, recording sessions will be available in the YouTube. We will share you all the recording sessions, my session, with the topic wise. It will be neatly available in the YouTube channel. Is the list of such codes available? Yes, sir. It's available. I'll show you that where it is available. Right. Now, here, the simple stepwise process. One is identify all the concept in the inventions. That is the first simple stepwise process. Identify all the concepts in the invention. Second step, identify all synonyms. Third step, apply word truncation. Fourth one, form search string. Fifth one, form search formula. Sixth one, narrow with classification codes. Carefully see this, the steps for processing. First one, concepts. Identify all the concepts. Second, identify all synonyms. Third, apply word truncation. Fourth, search strings like parentheses, Boolean operator, proximity operators, just we have seen, right? Fifth one, forms search formula. Sixth one, apply the narrow. Narrow means, as I said, you 13/01, 02. The narrow classification code, we have to use it instead of the broad one. If you are using broad classification, definitely we are getting more unrelevant information as well. Now, we apply for a example. See common matching elements here. She is cooking. I am watching. Mala is standing. Renu is washing. Harshit is driving. Right hand side, dirty clothes from directory, very fast television, a very nice meal. Now it is not mean that only one-to-one matching. It can be matched. Say for example, she is cooking under a tree. She is cooking very fast. She is cooking a very nice meal. For only, it is not mean only one combination, one has to match it. It for one matching, multiple combinations can be done it, right? Now, as I said, somebody asked the question where the classification codes are available in the free open database eSpaceNet, worldwide.espacenet.com. Here, for all type of areas, the CPC codes are available. Cooperative patent classification codes are available. Okay. So for some of the participants, maybe it is like those who don't know the Tamil. For those participants, like it is watching the Tamil movie. Those who don't know Telugu, for them they have like a Telugu movie. Those who don't know the English, they have like an English movie. Those who don't know Arabic, they have the Arabic movie. Because the IPR is very easy once you try to understand it. Okay. Anyhow, I request to participant, please try for understanding the concept. It's very easy concept. All the inventions is going on. We can make as this invention as well commercialize so that we can earn more and more money over this. Okay. So we had to protect first of all the inventions. So eSpaceNet there is will available. I'll show you lively how we are getting this classification code as well. Now, what are the open databases where we are getting this, where we can search for the patents? First, we'll talk about the free databases. Later, we'll talk about the paid databases. The first open database is Google Patents. Google Patents is first database. Second open source, open free database is eSpaceNet. eSpaceNet. The third one, USP2, that is United States Patent and Trademark Office, USP2. The fourth database is WIPO, PatentScope. This is patents, the patentscope.wipo.in, or simply you can search in the Google like WIPO PatentScope, you'll get a website. The fifth one is InPass, is the Indian Patent Search, Indian Patent Advanced Search System, InPass. Okay, these are the few open databases where we can apply our search over there. Okay, so where it is available is, I'll show the screen. I will show you where it is available. Here, first we'll talk about InPass. Hope the screen is visible, right? Now InPass. In this InPass, if you see Indian Patent Advanced Search website, ipindiaservices.gov.in, or directly you can search in the Google InPass. If you type it will show the website. Here, if you see, this is the homepage of InPass. See what are the different fields: publication type, whether it is a published, granted, from date, like in the IEEE search we have a from to where, from which year to which year we required. Like this also we can mention the year also, from which date to which date, type of patents you like to be. Searching fields, like you are searching for publication date, date of grant or priority date, or whether you are searching for with the title, abstract, complete specification, application number, publication number, patent number, applicant name, applicant country, applicant address, inventor name, inventor country, inventor address, filing office, industrial, the IPC, as I said you, right? International Patent Classification Code, PCT application number, PCT publication number. For which type of search, whether you're searching only through the titles, searching only through the abstract, all we can use it, and also we can apply the logical operators like and, or, not, any combinations. You can apply and you can search it. And the end, you can enter the captcha, click on search button. It gives based on the query how you frame it. This is the web-based query, like because we are selecting the select search field, we are also selecting which type of field we require. We are also applying the logical operators. This is a web-based search, just applying some options and we are entering the captcha and entering search. Based on applying the query, you will get relevant or maybe unrelevant also. With the relevant, you can get also unrelevant information. How good you are doing the query, that gives your the relevant information. Once you click on search button, it shows you the all the patents which are required for your query. That is InPass. Next is Google Patent. The second one, Google Patent. Here also, if you search for example, if you search Internet of Things, for example, only for example, I'm showing Internet of Things. If you search here in the Google Patents, in the left hand side, hope you are using, you are seeing this one. In the left hand side here, there is a filter where we can apply the synonyms. Already talked about the synonyms, right? So the synonyms including the classification code. If it is a matching to the classification code, the Google has internally run a algorithm. It also showing some classification code. If you see carefully here, A63B53/10 is a classification code related to this. If you click on this one, the similar classifications which are related to this Internet of Things will be matching. If you select any one of this one, say for example, for Internet of Things, how many searches results you are getting? 45,230. Say for example, if you apply some classification code here, if you observe that, see totally the similar way. If you are applying another, if you are applying any other classification code, if you are not this one, if you apply some any other synonym, any other synonym, if you are applying for this, maybe the results will be reduced, or maybe the results you have to be select the similar way of the matching which is suitable for Internet of Things. Also we can give the priority dates, priority in the sense the filing date or publication dates. You can search based on the publications from the patents which are published from year so on so to so on so. You can also search with the inventors. Here also you can add inventors. For example, if you add the inventors related to Bashir, or I can give my full name. in Internet of Things, the inventors who are published under this, if you search, like this also you can filter it. And patent offices. The patent office also, you can have the WO, US patent, Indian patent, which office, from which office you are going to searching. All different codes are available, as well as the language, English, German, Chinese. This also you can search is like this. You can select English. If you select only English, you can have more number of search. If you apply the status, the type of only patents you are searching, it gives the results. If you are searching only design patents under the Internet of Things, only 5 will come. Maybe the status only grant patents is required, will only have 4 grant patents. You select patent under the grant only patents. This many patents are there in the Internet of Things related to that. Okay, this is little bit of how you can search in Google Patents. In a similar fashion, we have eSpaceNet. Hope it is visible. eSpaceNet as well. In eSpaceNet, you can here observe carefully classification search is there. If you click on classification search, it shows you the total classifications of area wise. For this indicates the human necessities for such type of areas, the codes are available here. If you are confusion which the thing is there, you can search for network protocols. For example, you are searching for network protocols patents classification code. Just enter network protocols here in the search. It shows you the relevant network protocols classification codes related to your topic. So see here, H04L 67 by 00. It's a broad area. If you click on this one, if you have any subcategories under the 67, see 02, 025, 04, 06, 08, 010, 01002, like this, more number of subcategories are there. You read out your relevant network protocol and search takes that particular classification code. Again, if you are interested in Telnet or any simulators or any virtual reality or game simulators, software simulations over here, then you can search like this also. See the subcategories also it look like here, the subcategories. Again, if you are interested in 67 by 202, again it shows the relevant information. Like this, you can filter yourself by applying this toggle tree. This toggle tree in the sense here, it is showing like this, right? So toggle tree means having a classification code and title and description over here. And if you want a source from this one, you can click on this sources. The source automatically it will open the source. It show you the total scheme, how this will be applicable. The corporate classification codes are available. The PDF will be open here, and you can search it and take your exact classification code to search to add in your query formulation. Okay, next open database is USP, that is USP2. This here we are, right? USP, United States Patent and Trademark Office. This is the search. Now here you can search like in the INPAS, like with the patent number, like with the issue date, with the title, abstract, client's description specification, or company specification. In any one of this category of filter, you can apply and you can search it in the query. Just give your query totally here and you can click on search. It will show you the things which are available. In the same way, here also we have a WIPO, patent scopes. The next database is WIPO. In WIPO also, you can search different types of search, simple, advanced search, field combination search, any sort of searches you can apply over here and give the input and you can search. Clear. Now, how many databases we have seen? One is Google Patent, second eSpaceNet, third USP2, fourth one WIPO Patent Scope, fifth one INPAS. These are the 5 different databases. Now we'll take one example and see how to search in all these 5 different open databases. Before going to that one, let me see some of the paid databases. Clarivate is one paid database. Patbase is another
paid database. Pistol is another paid database. Relicura is another paid database. Innography is another paid database. Now we have a doubt that most of you heard about the Turnitin software for checking for the anti-plagiarism, right? Anti-plagiarism software is a Turnitin. If you are searching in the open databases for your paper, it gives only 5% of plagiarism only available, or 10% in the open databases. If you search same paper in the Turnitin, it shows you exactly how much of percentage of plagiarism is there in your paper, because it searched not only in the open databases but also search in the paid databases as well. That's why more percentage will be compared with the open databases. If you observe, it is shows 5%, for example, in the open database for your paper. In the paid databases, it shows up to maybe more than 5. We can't say how much, more than 5 it shows, because it also search in the paid database, even though it is not only searching in the open database. That's why paid databases also be required in patent search. But for our invention, maximum, if you've done in a proper way for the query formulation in this open databases, that is more than enough to find out the gap, whether this patent is available, or this idea or this invention is already available or not. It is more than enough by choosing of any 2 or 3 open databases, and you can search for your idea whether it is available or not. Now I am taking one example before end of this today's session. I'll take one example: child safety seat belt in vehicles. This is the example. Now, what is the first step in the searching? Identify all the concepts in the invention. Identify all the concepts in the invention means what? What is my query? Child safety seat belt in vehicles. This is my query. How I am going to divide it into concept? Child, seat belt, vehicle. These are the concepts. Clear. What is the second step? Identify all synonyms. For child, what are the synonyms? We can also call kid, infant, child, small letter. Is a capital letter, small letter, children, etc. Seat belt, also called as belt, also called as fastener, etc. Any other words? Vehicle, car, bus, van, automobile, etc. These are the synonyms. What is the third step? Word truncation. In word truncation, for child, how can we do? Word truncation are 4: star, question mark, dollar. We can use hash. This star, kid star, infant star, seat belt, belt star, fastener star, vehicle star, car. Car may be cars, maybe it's also called as cars, right? Bus, maybe you say apostrophe bus will be available. Vans, automobiles, right? Fourth step in the searching of the patent is search string. We can apply parentheses, Boolean operators as well. We can apply the parentheses, we can apply the or, the Boolean operators as well, or, and, not, or we can apply the parentheses as well. We can also apply the proximity operators. Proximity operators are 3: adjacent, near, same. We can apply adjacent. Adjacent will search after seat word, check after the 3 words, after the seat word, after the 3 words, whether belt or fastener is there. Fifth step is formula, search formula. How to formula? See, this is one query, nearby 5 words. Nearby means both left hand side and right hand side. Check seat adjacent with the 3, belt / or fastener, same, vehicle, car, bus, van, automobile only. Only these keywords with a 5 words after the left hand side, right hand side, maybe a seat or a belt or a fastener after this one. So how it will read? Child, kid, infant, any one of this word, match the left hand side or right hand side after the 5 words, up to the 5 words, any word with the combination child with seat, kid with seat, infant with seat, or child with belt, kid with belt, infant with fastener, or this same means child, seat, vehicle, child, seat, car, child, seat, bus, child, seat, van, child, seat, automobile, kid, seat, like this. A different type of combinations automatically will be done internally, and it shows you exact relevant information towards your, right? The last step of this one is narrow classification codes. Like as I said you, for this seat belt, the narrow classification code is V60R, or we can also use V60N2 or /26. This is the classification code for this. These are the 6 steps need to apply. First of all, we have to define the 6 steps for your query.
then only you can start searching. Only searching means open the laptop, open the system, open the browser, just whatever you would like to be, you have to type over there and you're getting different materials, different abstracts for you. It is not a search. First of all, write down on the paper how I need to search it, what I need to search it, what my query formulation, what I need to apply, what are the different combinations I need to search it, then record everything. Then only it will be helpful. Instead of that, if you directly open the system from dynamically or by assumption, you are typing in the Google or in the open databases, you are getting different inputs. It's a not a systematic search. It is a just a normal search. It's a time waste of search. Clear. Now let me see the same. As I said, you the combination child, seat belt, vehicle, the code. Like this also we can do it. These are the different combinations we need to write over this. Child safety belt in vehicles. These are the concept. These are the different combinations of queries we can do it. And let me see now here. Let me search the same. How will we get it? Now what I'm doing here is I'm just copying this child safety vehicles, this, and I'm going to the open databases which are available. See, what is this? This is the title. I'm pasting in InPass. This is InPass website. Hope you are getting this InPass website, child safety, and I'm just entering the title. I'm entering the captcha. What is the captcha? LPUJE. Search. Right. I'm just entering once again the title. We go for another captcha. 2x S4n. 2s 2xn S4n. See how many results you got it. 3,975 patent they are getting. Only these are, if you are selecting granted, these are all the granted patents on that query. Now you have to filter yourself. This total 3,975 is not possible to study or to go through. So that's why you have to make some different combinations. Only published and granted, or from so and so date. Only for 5 years if you require, then go for up to so and so date to so and so date. Search for this. Like this, you can search in this combination. Only here you can't apply the Boolean operator. You can't apply the proximity operators in such type of open databases. In InPass, you directly has to give in the form of synonyms only. Synonyms means what? Only concepts, words only can give, or whatever it is a predefined query web page here. Predefined query web page is there. Based on that only you can search the database in the InPass database. Now we'll go for Google patent. In the Google patent, you can use here the Google patent, right? This is the Google patent. Just I am pasting the same query. Try for searching. Now when I'm searching child safety seat belt in vehicles, it shows 52,721 results. When you apply any other synonyms or any other words, or when you apply some code, for example, I'm applying one of the code here, one of the code, or any other codes if you like, similar to that one. Which code it is available? Say for example, now here, if you apply this, it shows same. Now if you are applying in the different combination, so here we have chain. I'm copying this. I'm pasting here. Just removing this. Child, kid, infant. It shows 9,480 results. Instead of 52,000, it shows 9,480 results. If you apply the classification code, if you apply the similar classification code, don't apply any other unrelevant classification code.
children's chair. If you apply there, maybe it is little bit of reduce. Some only 100, it reduce the result search. Similarly, you can apply another different fashion. So Google Patent allow you not only the concept, but also it applies strings, searching strings like parentheses, Boolean operators also. It allow by this Google Patent, but it not allow you to apply the formulae like adjacent or the proximity operators. It not supports by Google Patent database. Now coming to the eSpaceNet. eSpaceNet, when you come to over here, if you come to here, classification, when you go for, see, in the eSpaceNet, go to the results, go to the advanced search. In the advanced search, we have a text field. Like this, you can search. If you search in the eSpaceNet, it shows you exactly 4 patents which are matching towards the title which is shown here. But in this one, in the eSpaceNet, it allows you to take the Boolean operators as well as the parentheses over here. If you search, for example, see, you search like this, it shows only 2 results. It's infant safety, very similar. Most relevant information will come in the eSpaceNet. If you want the classification code, as I said, you can apply the classification code as well. You can add number of fields. If you want search with the title, you can search it. If you want the inventor names or applicant names, you can search. Or if you want with the classification codes, you can search. Or if you want, you can apply the equal operators, all operators. You can add many number of fields. How many number of fields? Like I earlier told you that IPC or CPC, maybe international patent code, you can apply the or cooperative patent classification code also you can apply over here. You can form the groups and you can search it. For only for this example, it's showing only 2. Maybe for your area or for your topic, it will vary. So here also, it supports maximum query things. The 4th database is this is ESP. The 4th database is ESP2. That is, it supports both. It supports the proximity operators as well. For example, let me see. I'm just copying this one. I'm pasting here and click on search. If you search, it shows error because it doesn't allow you normal query. It definitely requires the query formula. How the query formula? The query formula is like this. Siege Adjent 3. You can start search. No, then you do like this. Okay. Right. Only if the similar of this patents will be searched in ESP2. The last open database is WIPO, Patent Scope WIPO. You can search a simple search. First, we'll go for the simple search. See, if you go for a simple search, searching with the child safety seat belt in vehicles, enter, click on search button. So most of the participants, I know you are waiting for maybe the feedback. Now here, child safety, how many results we got it? 70 results we found it in WIPO, patent search. Now the titles, full title, on which date, international classification code, application number, applicant name, inventor, all the informations are available. If you want full paper, you can full patent, you can click on this one, it will open the full patent. Only this is for simple search. If you apply the advanced search what? How many results we found it? 70. If you apply the advanced search, including Boolean operators, parentheses, the proximity operators, then it shows you more and more most relevant information as well. See, most relevant information is available. Still more information. Very relevant information is available over there. So if you want to apply with the classification code, some more with the classification code, here apply. WIPO supports all type of query search. It supports parentheses, supports Boolean operators, supports the proximity operators, supports the classification code as well. So I'm giving the entire query. See how many? 9,184 results will be there. When when you are having the both the combination B60 or classification code as well as the subpart. If you know the exact classification code, it is better to apply that code itself instead of applying multiple different codes. Right. I'm just reviewing B60 or the parent classification code. I'm just going for subpart. See, for the 9000, it shows 4712 results. Like this, you can search in your open databases or some sort of stuff you can search over there. Okay, so this is one example over this. So here we'll stop the session. Now, if you have any queries, we'll have a 10 minutes. We go for now 12:17.